Good morning again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Backpack Trader Training Room. Crude oil inventory report session for Wednesday, June 18th, 2025. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not financial advice. Trade your own charts, not mine. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. This should be risk capital. All right, this will be our last session of the day. We have currently a long on crude. We'll look for a new setup on that. We are on the August contracts for crude and unleaded. Very definitely unleaded. So let's see if we can't get unleaded marked up. Under 2 minutes to report. We'll of course be looking for new setups on these after the report comes out. Less than a minute to the report. Five seconds. Wait 2 minutes and then start looking for trades. There is the report and minimal response, which given what I had seen in the movement in crude over the last half hour, I'm not surprised. Now we're getting some movement. And crude moving solidly higher. We may get some useful price action yet. That trade is obviously going too far to be of any use. That's the wrong one. That's the one down here. Oh, my reaction range. This is the one that will move up to the stop. Short setup on the micro, or not micro. And then the add-on, that would be our most recent trade. We are at 1032, or yeah, 1032. There's another add-on. That would be a trade we would take on Crude. Should be in that. There's the trade. We got a potential long trade coming up there. Unleaded. That's a valid trade. Unleaded's in the short. Crude. That was too early. So we're waiting for a new setup there. Spotlight Crude, waiting for a setup. Unleaded is short. $377 counterpunch is in a short. That was an add-on. And there's money management on the add-on. I would say we can pick up. We would be at 18. And that's where we're going to stop out, is at 18. So that's just a break even. We do go long. In that trade now. That was a get in sync. And let's see. 21. So we'll be at 31 for money management, and that will put in a short now, triggering in the short, stop and reverse. At it's 07. That gets those, and missing the trade on the Crude spotlight. Let's see, 35, 30. Nope, way too fast to catch on that one. Long setup. Cancel the long setup. Still in the short, which we didn't have a chance to get in. We're in the short over here. Actually, I don't know where we are on counterpunch. That was a valid get in sync, so that is one and done on unleaded, trailing out all the way to 2466 with hitting both targets 1 and 2, one and done. There's another short. Looks like the possibility of getting in sync with that. So targets 2 and 3 on that, 13 and 18, 31 ticks. That should be a first trade one and done. Unleaded, Spotlight, Crude, both done. And 377 tick counterpunch is bouncing around so much, I'm not sure where it is, honestly. Too fast to get for me to watch all three charts and get trades in properly. All right, so there was our short trade. It was a break even. We get the long, stops and reverses to short. That goes to target, and target 2 on the trailer as well, plus a tick. I would say that's very likely too fast to get caught. And we pick up a short. Should have plenty of time to get into. That meanders about. It's money management and target 2. So that's going to be, and target 1 for a trailer. That should be about enough to get that positive. Don't trigger into the long. It cancels. The short does trigger in, goes full stop. The long goes to target 2 and somewhere around target 1 for the trailer. I think we're positive there. Where exactly is a question, but we are positive. And that's a session. That's a wild one. I was not expecting that given the movement we had coming into the report. But whatever was creating the movement in the 10 to 10:30 time frame, obviously continuing through the report, making it wild and crazy. We're less than 10 minutes in after the report, and we are already done. No session tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow's a holiday, market holiday. Futures market should be on a shortened day, closing at noon Central, 1 Eastern. So I will not have a session in the room tomorrow. And we'll see everybody next week on Tuesday. Everybody have a good one. Unless there are questions, I can answer. This is a great time to answer questions. Questions or discussion. All right, we will see you next Tuesday.